if everyone could please shut the hell up, I'd like to welcome you all to Monday Night Netherkast. The countdown's at episode 116, Junior, and I am your host, The Razor's Edge. And my co-hosts are the best in the world at what they do. So first, as always, I give you the gift of Shadaloo. Drink it in, man. With us, as well, is the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Y2 Django.
That was a good one.
And last but not least, on our Discord, he is the man of 1,004 shitposts. Smoke Man, you just made the list. We are here tonight because the first DLC is out, baby! And MK11 will never, ever be the same again.
God, that was a good one, dude.
But how's everybody doing tonight?
A long time to use that one.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I'm a fan.
Work on these fucking Cabal towers.
And
I really wish that we managed to do this last night so we could have gone full monster truck on it.
Yeah, next episode is going to be on a Sunday, so I can do a monster truck rally one.
Look forward to that. It's got to be about Gravedigger Bigfoot, right?
But yeah, we sat on Shang for a couple weeks. How are we feeling about him?
He's fun.
In addition to us being generally kind of busy, me especially, I kind of want to take a lot of time to go through a lot of his towers, get some time with him, cool off from, the fact that my boy is dead, and just generally enjoy the presence of Kari Haruki Tagawa.
Which boy?
Smoke. I mean, just because Shang turns into him doesn't mean he's dead. It just means he's not in this game.
I mean,
probably.
We'll see. I don't know. I feel like that's the running assumption you have to make.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Story-wise, everybody has been, super late-term aborted is what actually happened.
Yeah, meh. Well, Ermac is, and I think we're supposed to assume that Rain and Smoke are too, but who knows?
Are you really dead if it's been rewound to before you were born in the first place?
See, I'm just talking within that space of after 11 that goes on in dialogue,
I guess.
Yeah, not all of it makes sense, but you get stuff like Kotal gets his legs back, things like that. Like there's a space where
the imaginary world of the intros. I get it.
Yeah, something like that. Like
it's such it's a brand new world of I don't know what's going on anymore.
Nothing is canon. Everything and nothing.
Everything is canon.
It's kind of the point of the story mode.
It no longer matters.
But it's so it's important that you understand that this is incredibly integral to everything story-wise and canon about the status quo. Everything and nothing exists. There's nothing you can know about anything.
Everything has never been less integral.
Yes.
But doesn't make it any less hacky.
Seldom so very fun.
I mean, look, from my perspective, I haven't seen Smoke since 1995.
That's just a very, very bad and deep state of denial, my friend. He's around. He's definitely around.
Yeah, I guess he was in 04.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
But man, was he fucking sick in Mortal Kombat 9. Come on, man. I love
that guy. I don't know if that guy was Smoke to me, but that guy was okay.
That guy had fucking the sickest moves. He was so fun to play.
That guy was Smoke as he was always supposed to be to me. He
was to a lot of people.
All I needed was a particular skin, and I would have been happy, really.
I'm sure you can make Gray Scorpion in this game somehow.
Sorry. Have MK2 skin in that game? He did have MK2 skin.
Yeah,
in that
game.
he
had the retro skin, and also one of his skins didn't have the hair out. For me, it's the purple robot,
I get it. You got some of that in X.
Yeah, kinda, sorta.
If he chose his alt color, he'd have a little bit of a purple reflective quality.
No, I appreciate it. It wasn't really him.
That's how all Smoke fans felt about that thing. Most Cyrax fans, most Cyrax fans.
I mean, that character was Sector. That character was 100% Sector. As a Sector fan, I love Triborg. As a Cyrax and Smoke fan, Triborg is not them.
This is some awesome Shang discussion.
It is, isn't it?
Look at us, we're on a fucking roll.
As a Cyber Sub-Zero fan, I was pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He was better than he was in 9.
Yeah, he was hard. I tried to play him in MKX. Like, he was just fucking really hard to play to me. I had fun with him in MK9. You guys know. I picked him. I touched him.
Yeah.
I dive kicked. It was cool.
You know what I enjoyed in 9 that's also in 11? Shang Tsung.
Yes, as did I. And now he's better than he's ever been.
He is.
Aren't you glad they didn't make him a cyborg?
This is the
Could use some face paint, but that aside...
Yeah,
it's so close. It's like he has a skin that has, like, the vest from 3. And it just put the face paint on it, man. We've seen the concept art. You were thinking about the face paint. Why didn't you go all the way?
Can you give the direction of the skin you're referring to?
I would like to say that at least it's cool that they're finally putting DLC concept art in with the character now.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
That is a nice thing for them to do.
Well, I mean,
this is the first time.
Was it? There was no. There's none of that in Justice or
historically, DLC characters do not get concept art put into the game. Sometimes they get it released online. That's usually more of an Injustice thing, though. I don't think we ever got concept art for MKX characters.
Okay, that makes sense. And I mean, obviously now we've got DLC characters.
We got for Tanya and Bo Raicho because they were in story mode, but that's it.
They have many different looks, which is also nice for once DLC characters. When did that start? That started in Justice? I guess that did technically start in Justice.
Because, I mean, you can't not do gear.
No, you gotta do gear. And they did.
And I love Shang's gear. I think, I
don't mind saying this.
Like, Shang is one of the few characters where, like, the concept of shaders is actually to his benefit, because you can find an old man coat that's blue.
I agree. Yeah.
I just got that baby today.
It's nice.
But there's also the red shit if you're into that, Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah, you can find, like, a version of his primary that looks like 9 because it's got, like, red on the vest and black pants.
See, I don't know what we've talked about and what we haven't talked about. We've done 2 Warrior Shrines where we talked about Shang already. Have we not talked about Shang at all here? Or what have we said? Like,
we talked about the reveal.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first Nethercast since
his release.
Okay. Then there's stuff to talk about then. He looks good.
I'm very happy
as
with
it turned out.
I remember the last episode we did. We were talking about the volcano skulls and how we didn't think, because it looked like he only summoned 1 at a time and they would track. He actually summons 2, and you can, like, meter burn it to 3. So it's basically just like MK3. So there was nothing to worry about there. We were wrong on that one.
I have had many rounds where I've tried to successfully juggle the 3 low skulls into the 3 top skulls, and I've managed it once or twice. It's very rewarding when you do so.
I've gotten hit by it a lot, I know that. Sucks.
Did we talk about how the ground skulls aren't skulls anymore, and they're just hell sparks?
Well, that's been a thing always. And part of that is just, like, the angle, maybe? Like, because if the skulls were facing up towards the ceiling, you wouldn't be able to tell they were skulls. All you'd be seeing is kind of a jawbone, maybe.
Well, as it is, you can barely tell that, like, the regular skulls are skulls themselves.
Well, yeah.
You really see it if, like, you have that occasional graphical glitch where, like, the projectile gets stuck in place on the screen. I had that happen to me once.
I mean,
there's just a little orange skull there for a second.
You can tell during the crushing blow, and of course that you get the slow-mo close-up during his, like, wind pose that
the exit
in him, so that's nice. It
but,
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm just glad that there are any skulls at all, period, because he didn't have any skulls in the 3D era.
Dude, there are hella skulls, and man, when he does that wind pose,
it feels like
the artichoke, man.
It's good.
That wind pose.
I wonder whose idea was it to put that fucking artichoke line in there. I don't know what is he saying. What is he saying? Is he saying you're a joke? Is that what it is?
Yeah, like it's definitely some vaguely Chinesey, just gibberish magic words.
And it really sounds like artichoke.
And it really feels like they forgot to turn down the volume filter on the thing or something. I swear to, like, that one line, or whatever the hell it is, it's twice as loud as any of his other lines.
It is.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
He's got some really low dialogue mixed in.
That's why everybody thinks he's saying something, because normally when it's gibberish, they turn down the volume.
But, like, they turn down the volume. Like, a bunch of his intros are just really low. Like, some stuff he says is, the volume's kind of all over the place. What's going on, NRS? Do you need to hire me to master your shit?
I just think that Tagawa's a little bit of a mumbler, too. It's sometimes hard to make out what he's saying in the middle of a round.
I mean, that's part of
he's
his...
talking about Bai Han. What is he saying?
That's part of how he does the voice.
It's not something I would change.
You gotta get that back of your throat rumble for the...
Oh, I understand. That's when you got to put the fucking compressor on this dude and crank him and make sure everybody hears every sweet syllable that you guys are paying for. It's Carrie. We're not going to get Carrie again, right? It's Carrie.
Yeah, speaking of paying for, I kind of may have gone ahead and bought the combat pack.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Just,
I mean, even if you don't like guests, this pack is the best guests you'll ever have.
That was it. And I'm like, I can only get the coat if I buy the combat pack.
Yeah.
And sold.
I mean, yeah, I wanted that. I wanted the ninja stuff. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in the pack that's all together. You know what? YOLO, right? I don't need to income.
And gotta say,
it's not gonna break the bank. It's like $20.
I'm out. I'm dead for the rest of the year.
Them ninjas looking...
It's 40.
I don't think I've been so happy with, like, retro costumes in a long, long time.
You guys like the ninjas?
Oh, God, yes.
Fucking love the ninjas.
I don't like the fatal blow, that's for sure.
What fatal blow?
He's talking about Shang's fatal blow, I think.
I kind of like Shang's fatal blow, because it's almost like he has all the versions of moves that the characters don't actually have. Like, he's doing subs X-Ray from X into the throat cut fatality from MK2, and then he has the Azuna drop version of Noob's teleport, which Noob in this game doesn't do it the classic style. He throws you with his sickle now.
See, what I don't like about it is that in the concept art, there's a better fucking super move in there.
Seen that.
Let me get it up.
Yeah, why don't you get it up and... Sorry, I made myself laugh.
I was waiting to see if you could wrap up that double entendre, find some...
Nope, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to take my chips and go home. This is far enough.
So I can only assume that there are probably a lot of people out there who are right now wondering where the fuck you can find Scorpion's MK2 mask.
It's in the crypt.
And it's in the crypt, it's in hidden chests, and, like, people are still out there asking about this, so just, like, lay it on the line for anyone listening who doesn't know where the fuck to get the goddamn thing.
I don't know where it is. Tell me where it is.
It's invisible chests, and it's a very hard spawn. Like, the chances are random. Just keep on going, and eventually you'll get it. Like, it took me about 5 or 6 rounds of replenishing the crypt's empty invisible chests to finally get it. I feel like I got everything out of the invisible chests that was there to get, and then got the mask last.
I always forget about the locations of the invisible chests.
There's a little map around. I can send it to you.
Ooh, maps are fun.
I mean, my big thing is I don't ever want to go back in the spider sections again. Not because I'm grossed out or something. They're just, the spiders are so fucking annoying because they respawn constantly.
You gotta use them vials of protection consumables, and then they ignore you. And, like, once you start really cleaning the crypt out, you'll start getting, like, 5 or 10 of those. Like, mine are stuck at 99. The spiders, like, once you go over 99 and you start using things, the counter just stays at 99 until you're, like, I guess, down past that.
That figures.
So, yeah.
Also, I posted the concept art. In
are you sure this is a super? It looks like a finisher.
Oh, it's the same name as the super move.
Oh, okay.
Where did you post it? What am I looking at? Where are we going?
In the Netherkast chat, Django.
I'm going to scroll a long way for that, okay?
Okay, so... I mean, he shoots some skulls at you, and then he pushes you into a bed of spikes he made on the wall.
Yeah.
It's alright.
No, sorry. Ninjas are way better.
I kind of like the ninja thing better.
infinitely fun. Like, if you hate fun,
it would be
a
nice.
nod to the spikes and doing the old skull pose. I don't know.
I'll nod to your spikes. Listen,
I do miss the fact that he's not summoning spikes anywhere at all.
Yeah, see,
That's
I feel
kinda
like
strange.
he should have the bed of spikes, but it should be one of his brutalities, because that's how they do.
I agree.
I
Like,
wish there
old
was a
MK3
stage
fatals
fatality
usually are brutalities in this game.
in the what is it? The Wuxi trap dungeon. I wish that stage had a stage fatality, and you could uppercut them onto the spikes that are on the floor all around you.
That would be cool.
We probably will eventually.
Yeah.
And for all we know, Shang might have a spike brutality. I
Well,
don't think that
you
there's a
know
lot
what?
of those that are available
Yeah,
right now.
no one has all of his brutalities. He just has the soul steal, the punt, and a bunch of ninja ones.
Well, the thing is, with, like, X, when it launched, there were no stage fatals, and as the game went on, they added stage fatalities with the DLC, and also more brutalities for every character.
So yeah, that's my thought. We're probably going to get some. It's just going to take a little while.
At least I
I'm not
hope.
going to say. I'm not going to say no to playing this game because, for a little while and going back to it and revisiting it because I really am enjoying it way more than I ever did 10. It's a thing of beauty of this game.
Oh yeah, 10 is a piece of shit.
Well, you know,
I don't know about that, but
It's a little hyperbolic.
I don't know if it's a piece of shit.
I don't know if it is hyperbolic.
But, well, okay.
This podcast is prone to hyperbole, so...
sometimes.
See, you guys might be, but I'm not.
No, you're always
Not right now.
very
Not right
grounded and subdued,
being-
always on the level.
pretty hyperbolic
Dear God.
about your opinion of your hyperboles.
Now. You know what?
Yeah, I know. Listen. Gotcha. Yeah, Shane's...
I'll take the L.
He's got fun, dude. He's got fun shit everywhere. He's just fucking fun. And that's how I look at his Fatal Bro. It's just fucking fun. He's turning into ninjas
Fatal
and being
Bro.
ninja. Fatal Bro.
Fatal Bro.
You hit you with the Fatal Bro, and like 8 bros come out, and he ninja bros your ass, and it's just fun.
That's a Scorpion thing, though.
What, bros?
Yes. Scorpion has
I
literally
wish-
sticked bros on you before.
I wish he would stick Takeda on us.
That is
Like,
a thing that he has done at least once in a past game.
Yes.
I need some bros.
But,
Shut up for you,
Would
bro.
have made a sick Windows.
That Shang ending, though.
I can't tell you how
They did
happy
it.
I am that they
Yeah,
finally
you
put
know.
Have a Nice Day.
Have
Back
a
in
nice day.
And they got Carrie to fucking say it. Oh my
Fucking
god.
great.
Like, we haven't seen him say have a nice day, or, like, that phrase. I think that was in Raiden's MK1 ending.
It was in Raiden's MK1, and then it was in Shang's MK2, and then they haven't used it since.
Yeah, that's a deep cut right there. I was sad way back in the day when, like, they didn't bring it anywhere into 3.
Yeah. Genuinely, if they were smarter, it should be at least one ending in every single game in the series.
It should have been like a combat code in 3 or something.
Oh, it would have been nice.
Maybe they just forgot about it. Who knows?
It should
To
be
be
the
fair,
Stan Lee
nice
cameo of Mortal Kombat games.
Mm-hmm.
Excelsior, true combatants.
Listen, man, that was tight. The Have a Nice Day was tight. It was very tight. But that thing was so fucking long. I was falling asleep. That was a long ass ending. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was like, okay, cool, we're over. Wait, nope.
You know, if you
alright, that felt good. Wait, nope, not yet.
if you button mash at the end of an arcade ladder, you can be back at the menu in less than a minute.
I don't want to button mash. I don't want to. I'm not going to skip carries. I'm just going to be like,
It is literally the fastest thing to skip over in the entire game.
well, I'm not gonna skip it. I'm there to see it. That's not how it works.
I'm just saying,
Like-
if you're really falling asleep, maybe take the power into your own hands.
It was more of one of those situations where like this is the logical ending point, and but it wasn't the ending. We had to go on and fucking do the Clerks 2 thing and watch Lord of the Rings or some shit. That's all I'm saying. It's fine, but they put the punchline at the end, and it made it all worthwhile. Very worthwhile.
Okay.
Worthwhile AF.
I mean, for me, I know a lot of people get like excited when they see that one of those Titans is like a squid guy, and that reminds them of like Cthulhu. I don't care. I don't want to hear about Titans. I don't want to see Titans. I don't like the concept.
That's the thing. The "Have a nice day" bit is what saved the ending.
I don't know about that. It's nice to see that actually Shang is depicted as kind of having like all his ducks in a row. I know you like duck smoke, man. That was nice.
I do.
Like him working through other people, manipulating Titans to his benefit, to his ends, and just generally reinforcing the feel that yes, Shang Tsung is competent again. They remembered why we like
nice.
This guy.
Like,
you know?
I mean, when you bring in Kerry Tagawa, I forget that this is the same character that was in MK9.
Yeah.
They went a long way towards redeeming that character.
It's a whole other situation now. It's like, man, this guy has fucking backup plans to his backup plans to his backup plans. This guy's got the situation well in hand.
Like, he's the reason why I kind of really hope for a story mode. I know it's I mean more story mode DLC. I know that's asking way too much, but like, God, how I wish he had been in the regular story.
I honestly think there was a point where they wanted him to be, and they just didn't have stuff done in time.
Maybe they needed to get him into the studio, and he couldn't be there before a given time, and who knows.
They've had a lot of those
I mean,
types of
the whole
problems
game
in this
is 6 months behind, so what do you
Yeah.
do?
If it's between that and not having him at all, I'm fine the way things are right now.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got this much. And, you know, the point that you made about we'll probably not have Kerry ever again, that's not okay with me. Like, I don't think you can do Shang without Kerry now that you've done Kerry. Like, you can't go back.
I would love for this to become the norm. I truly would.
I'm not going to expect it. That's a lot to, like...
I mean,
it's like
I'm not going to expect it either, but it should be mandatory. Like, because nobody's going to be satisfied with future Shang Tsung appearances now that we've seen the top of the mountain.
He's a famous guy, but, you know, he's not like Keanu Reeves these days where he's an insanely high demand, I guess. Not to
he's not like super expensive.
I don't want to call him B-list, but I feel like, you know, they could work things out. It's not possible that we could see him again. I certainly do hope so.
And hopefully that we have him in general for many years to come, even though Kerry is getting up there, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the sad thing about aging.
God damn it.
Well, you know what the man said.
It fits.
Treasure these moments.
Yes.
As if they were your last.
Wise words indeed.
Oh, yes.
That's kind of what we're doing here tonight on this podcast.
Gotta say, though, it is weird to hear him go, "It has begun," in the middle of a match. That's the one where I felt that they forced it a little bit too much.
Yeah, like, you don't have to say it that quickly just to fit it in, like, maybe...
Yeah.
Like, he's got it in an ending, maybe not all the time with the...
Yeah.
If the ending was just like, "My new era, it has begun. Have a nice day."
You know, like for a mid-match quote, maybe pull something else from the movie, like, "You will die." You know, something like that.
Yeah, seriously.
He doesn't say that? Are you sure?
Again, we're not complaining, just, you know.
Maybe they mixed that in too low, too. Who knows? He is kind of like a MK movie soundboard in this game a little bit, which is fine.
That's what I want. Like, that's the entire reason I'm excited for the Terminator, because he's an Arnold soundboard. I've read the quotes already.
It's not
Get to the chopper! Get down! Do it now!
I hope somebody mods the PC version just with the worst impressions of Arnold doing. That'd be amazing.
Put the cookie down!
The pepperoni pizza. So we still playing the game? We still at it regularly?
I have been, yes. And I've been playing it as Shang since he came out. Like, I didn't expect him to be in my rotation of mains, but
he's just a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like
he has fun buttons, dude. His buttons do some shit that's.
I'm not going to talk about like tears or anything, but
no, fuck tears.
He seems like a really capable guy to have a lot of fun with, and maybe not the overpowered like in the Aaron Black sense, but I don't feel like he's shit at all. I feel like
he's not shit.
He's easy to pick up. I'm almost tempted to call him a good beginner's character in a way.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking the same thing. They do that a lot with DLC characters, though, which I understand. It's a good strat. They make them more powerful and easier to
Well,
to
sometimes
do well
they
with.
overdo it, and then they overdo it again when they patch them down, like fucking Tanya.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
they'll underdo it too. I remember Lobo and Jason being really shit when they first came out.
What?
When Jason first came out, he had that
Come on,
fucking 4-hit string you could do over and over and over again.
Did he?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Where were you playing?
That fucking...
I know. I was playing the fucking machete one. That's why.
Stop being fucking hyperbolic if you're not even going to do it right, dude. MKX was a pile of shit with Jason, who was pretty good.
I mean, he wasn't the best guess.
I'll catch you out of the fucking... No, he wasn't the best guess. Alien killed everybody. Alien was a fucking on a massacre in that game. He was crazy. Alien.
I mean, that's not what I... Alien is the worst guess. But that's not what I mean.
Alien was the point where I lost interest in the game.
Yeah, fuck that character.
Alien.
Because they just...
That's about the time I drifted
they knew
off
he
too,
was
I'm sad to
broken,
say.
and they didn't do anything about it. And as a Tanya fan, that's offensive.
It's not fair.
It's completely the opposite of what happened to her.
Why didn't you leave him alone like you, Tanya?
They're never going to patch that super move, bro.
I wanted Tanya forever. God, she was a fuck up too.
I would like to say at this juncture also, thank fuck for AI battle.
Really?
Like, not the mode, but like the ability to just have AI fight for you. Because I've done so much shit while I'm doing other shit that I would never have time for otherwise. We're podcasting right now, and 2 feet off to the left of me, Sub-Zero is clearing Tower level 3. About to get that raised fist win pose. It's nice.
It's funny. Ooh, I have that one. That was good.
The game has played itself for me probably 5 times more than I've played it.
Okay, it's not just me then. Do your loved ones also judge you too?
I mean,
It just comes down to she's like, are you letting the game play itself? Maybe a little bit.
Here's the thing, I used to do that with, like,
thing.
Soul Calibur 2, so nobody who knows me is surprised.
Yeah, there's no, like, fresh judgments like, oh, this is a new low. You letting the game play itself. Come on, man. No.
I wasn't earning anything when Soul Calibur did it, I just wanted to see the cool moves that I'm not good enough to pull off.
I am exploiting the AI much less than I was in Injustice 2, though.
Yeah, that is true. Like, I'll actually play this game sometimes, which it was not true of Injustice. I was actively opposed to pressing the buttons in that game.
The feeling just wasn't there. I don't know what it was. Injustice isn't a bad game, it's just not my game.
It's ugly, and I don't care about the universe or the characters in it. Like,
is there anything good in here? Sorry, go ahead.
But Razor. and Evil Superman is super original.
Yeah, whatever, okay.
Especially when that game first came out and I was just interested in playing Robin. Yeah, there was a lot of AI going on. But like by the end of the game, I've talked about it. There's Ninja Turtles, there's Sub-Zero and Robin in that video game. At the same time, I played it.
Yeah, like if I were to go back now, I would never not use the Turtles.
It's Ninja Turtles, man. Come on.
I just use Black Man.
I dropped out like before the Turtles even dropped. I never even bought them.
Yeah.
I bought them and touched them. God, that Donnie, like 2-button, was it 1-button Donnie or 2-button Donnie? I think it was a 1-button Donnie.
You called it
No,
1-button Donnie,
2-button.
but there is a 2-button combo in your video, because you're a liar.
I fully explained that in the video. It's completely taken care of.
That doesn't make it better.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's
That's
completely...
just an excuse.
No, it's provided for. It's thought
We have no
out.
time for excuses.
It works. Listen, it's fine.
All right. Well, back to the DLC.
But back to the DLC in this game.
I want to talk about the ninja costume specifically because the art style in the default version of the game is so not to my taste that I have literally replaced the costumes in every single variation for the ninjas with the MK2 outfits.
A little harsh, but okay.
I cannot go back. And if you had said to me that I would feel this way 10 years ago, like when we were in the 3D era, I would be like, Man, really? I've become one of those guys who's living completely in nostalgia and likes the palette swap outfits? But that's how bad the art in this game is, man!
I don't think it's nearly as bad as it was in 9.
No, it's not, but...
That's true.
See,
I
it's
definitely
still
like
a low
Scorpion.
fucking bar.
I was having an argument with, a debate with Chuckles in the Discord of ours about exactly what it is.
I think that Chuckles guy is like
constitutes...
14 years old. I don't know if he's ever played for MK9.
Come on.
That's a bit harsh, but again, harsh is your thing.
He seems like what they call a zoomer.
Look, to cut to the gist of it, my point was that nostalgia is an incredibly overused buzzword. And there's a term in Transformers fandom for basically the way that... Okay, well, when you envision Soundwave from Transformers, what do you think of?
I definitely... I know where you're going with this, and it's the G1 version.
Yeah, pretty much, you know?
I picture a boombox or a recorder, whatever he was.
Yeah, like, that's it. And, like, the term that they have for those is, like, it's their evergreen versions. Pretty much, it's the fallback general look of, like, kind of like that square chest on Soundwave, his head. Like, how Starscream is like an F-15, like a fighter jet, you know?
Yeah.
Recognize the most recognizable versions of the characters. And he was arguing that, like, all they're doing is selling you nostalgia repeatedly. And speaking as a person who likes Transformers, I know when they're doing that to me. And if they were just, like, dropping, I don't know, 5 separate Mortal Kombat 1 stages, I'd say, yeah, sure. But my point was that the MK1/2 versions of the Ninjas, those are, to me, inarguably, they're evergreen versions. You know? There's an argument to be made, perhaps, that, like, maybe Raiden's 1 or 2 costume is not necessarily the one people associate him with the most. He's had a lot of looks over the ages, but I feel like the Ninjas themselves have really kind of entered pop culture to the point where that's how people picture them.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
I think when people imagine Raiden, they don't see the MK2 apron, they see a V, like he has in 4 and 9.
Yeah.
But it's still, that's so very close to the MK2. See, that's like the best outfits these characters have ever had were not their actual blue screen actor outfits. They are slightly updated versions of those from, say, like Shaolin monks or like the MK9 Johnny. It's basically his MK4 outfit, but the addition of the chest tattoo and his name on the belt buckle adds something that's become permanent to Johnny. So, like...
What does it add?
It's just... It sort of refines the character, in a way. Like, it's like a good idea
that should have been there the whole time.
Like, when I close my eyes and picture the platonic ideal of Sub-Zero, I don't see the quilted diamonds. Like, I see those for Scorpion, and maybe sometimes for Reptile. But to me, like, the ideal of Sub-Zero is, like, the Mythologies outfit, or, like, the MK9, maybe?
Mm-hmm,
so,
yes.
like, you can go outside of the arcade era for the best costume. And I would often prefer that they did. But given the choice limited to either MK2 or the 11 defaults, I want to take all of the 11 costumes and shaders, put them in a garbage can, and just have the retro skins.
Yeah, but I like Sub-Zero's head.
You know,
I do like
I'm with him on that. Sorry, Razor, but I'm with you on that for the hat. Generally speaking, I like most of the new outfits and most of the new designs.
Well, now here's I didn't feel this way about MKX. Like I say when I think of Sub-Zero, the platonic ideal is like mythology or something. That's the masked version of Sub-Zero. My actual favorite Sub-Zero is the MKX unmasked with the beard.
Beard's good, man.
That's not like the iconic Sub-Zero. Like, unmasked will never be his number one look. It'll be my favorite look, but it's not his main look.
I agree.
And Rain Reptile just brought up a thing that I have a huge pet peeve with.
Oh, son of a bitch! How dare you, Rain Reptile?
I use Scorpion the most out of the ninjas, and his classic bothers the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, the eyes are not white. That's a
eyes.
fucking problem. I don't know how it made to release with eyes that aren't white. What the fuck is going on?
Well, the worst part about it is that Scorpion's his default, it's like with the beard but with the white eyes. So I don't know how the fuck they screwed that up.
It's the kind of thing that, maybe put the word out there on Twitter and maybe they'll adjust it in a patch. After all, they adjusted Cabal's MK3 brutality, didn't they?
Yeah,
They-
in the
that was a
wrong
great
direction.
idea. Things.
Now wasn't it? Oi!
They've,
Like I said
they're
on
pretty
Twitter,
good, they're
that
pretty good
blur
at
was
that.
there for a reason. Put it the fuck back.
Either put it back or just put the extra hours in and give him the full-fledged scary face. I wouldn't mind seeing that come back, silly as it is.
I actually think that I like the sensor blur better than actually seeing the full scary face.
I like the sensor blur better than
It's like the
whatever's
concept
going
of
on
when
there
somebody
now.
dies in silhouette, where it's like your imagination is gorier than a movie can ever be.
Yeah. Sadly, the effect is lost to current generations who've never played MK3 and wonder why the hell do you feel the need to censor Cabal's face when he's running
You're
around with it
also
all the
like
time.
you
Thanks
can
to the
see
gear
him
system.
unmasked by default. You can play with the mask off, so that fatality no longer makes sense.
He should have just come out of that jet in a fighter pilot's helmet.
They should have just done the one where he sticks the hose in you and turns your head into a balloon instead.
That'd
No.
be great.
No.
I mean, if
okay
you're
with
going
that.
for dumb and funny, that's the one.
They should have done Jax's fucking giant.
Subs ICI. Subs
I'm not
ICI
okay with this
have had,
revisionist.
boy, that's been a thing for a long time now.
Well, they did Jade's fucking wiggle stick fatality. Like, they can do fucking any of them.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about wiggle sticks.
I will.
Aru?
That chick is annoying online. I've fought some Jades, man, who's just shoving that thing in my face all day, and it's not fun.
Okay, so Kiala Clutch is asking, what about Sub-Zero's eyes? Sub's
Yeah, they're-
eyes are only blue in 3D era games. That wasn't a thing in the arcade era. His eyes are the way they should be. Scorpions
they
are the
do-
only ones that are wrong.
They do glow blue in one of his wing posts.
That's
A lot
true.
of the Patrick
It's
Rollo
a
art
cool-
has
it's a
most of
cool-
them just with their eyes
potentially
white,
detailed,
but secondary to John Tobias's art, I'd say.
And that's actually, that's a pet peeve of mine in fan art, where people will draw Sub-Zero and Kitana with blue eyes. They have brown eyes, naturally. They're only blue on Sub-Zero when he's using his powers.
God damn it, people. Just get it right.
It's like this weird cliche, oh, they wear blue clothes, they must have blue eyes. That's not how human beings work.
I don't know about that part. They wear contacts. Hey, dude, you gotta match. You gotta color coordinate. People do it. It's a real thing. Sub-Zero
I
is
understand,
totally the
but, like, they
type.
don't have contact lenses in Outworld, so...
How do you know?
So how are you guys finding Kombat League?
How do you...
I haven't
I'm,
been. Because Kombat League requires you to play ranked, and I am
it do.
opposed to the concept of ranked.
I'm,
I really
I'm not
do.
looking forward to talking about it. I mean, I know a lot of people around here aren't having a lot of fun with it, so it's...
No
I get it.
Scorpion win pose for you.
I get it.
Yeah,
I'm playing
you know
it.
what?
I'm having
Scorpion's
fun.
MK2 win pose in this game isn't that good.
You know what? All you have to do is use. I think you just have to use 10 fatal blows.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
think
no,
that
you
you
don't
have
have
to
to win.
connect.
I don't want to play online with strangers. I am morally opposed to the concept of being asked to fight people I don't know online.
I love doing that so much. It's the best
know
thing
you
in
do.
the world. It's so much fun fucking
But
figuring
I
out
don't
randos
I don't
quickly.
go out of my way to expose
love it.
myself to assholes.
It's
I can
so
take
much
it or
fun.
leave it. I'd rather fight friends, but if I've got to take a couple of L's and maybe have a couple of fun. I actually did have a really fun Noob versus Sub-Zero match the other day against this random dude. I took it by a hair. We mercied each other. It was nice. Respect.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah, you know.
Man, I've seen a surprise. I've seen people talk about the kind of characters they're running into and like character diversity. I have
You can't forget, there's always
so much character diversity since playing Kombat League. I'm getting my ass kicked by Raidens, which is like.
That's nice.
Whoa, yeah, it is cool. I'm salty as fuck, but they're good.
Honestly, little rewards like that Scorpion win pose. That's a good incentive to get non-combative people into it and trying to get them to start fighting.
It is unlocked. Listen,
it's a pet peeve, sure, but it's not a terrible idea.
They know what they're doing. Listen, they know Mortal Kombat fans are a lot about fashion combat, and it's true. I mean, just look at what we say over, the skins, the ninja skins. We talked about it with Shang.
The nice thing about the skins you get from Kombat League is you need any of them. They're all like this game's equivalent of those God and Demon shaders from Injustice 2.
Yeah.
None of them are a character's like ideal look. Unless you play a lot of Scarlet, maybe.
So if the Scorpion win pose was like the top tier reward, people would be justifiably pissed, but it's not, and I'm thankful for that.
I do like one or two of the gear items that are that you can get out of there, but I mean the rest of it, besides like I said, like there's one or two things I don't really care for the unlocks in Kombat League. I'm just playing it to fucking have fun and fight other people and get my ass kicked by Raiden. That Sub-Zero mask is cool, though. I want it.
I am just looking for the unlocks. There's one where you unlock a Kung Lao brutality that's called Beaten and Broken. I hope that's the bunny.
Oh no!
See, now if you're gonna put the bunny in Kombat League, then I'm actually mad.
Cue the rage.
I think there's probably a good chance that shit'll come around to like the Johnny skin did in some towers at some point. Like fucking hey,
yeah, well,
yeah,
a good tower.
That's the thing. The Johnny skin is labeled question mark, so they don't have to stick to one way to give it to you.
Yes.
I don't know about.
They can do whatever the fuck they want, dude, and they do. Really.
Yeah, I guess they could just straight up lie and put a Krypt skin in a tower.
A Krypt skin? Oh, dude, I don't know if they should put a Krypt skin in the game.
I hope so.
We still pumping coins into the shrine? Because I am.
Yeah, thank you for this link, by the way, Shad.
I mean, how much money does it take to go from all chests open to all chests refilled?
I don't want to think about it. It's a lot.
Because I spent $1 million today and I'm not there.
I was sitting on a very large chunk of change at one point, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason I no longer am. And I can't get any more fucking skeleton keys. I've got 2 locked doors next to, like, the Shokan treasure chambers, and I'm pretty sure now that behind those 2 locked doors are soul containers, which contain the skeleton keys that are required to unlock those self-same doors. I'm a little bit mad. It shouldn't be taking this long. I'm concerned and upset.
I have 1 skeleton key. Should I go unlock that door in the portal's layer right now? That sounds tight. I might.
Were you just opening random doors, not knowing whether they had chests behind them or not?
Sometimes.
Because I only use the skeleton key. Like, I had the map before I spent all my skeleton keys.
See? I don't know what's...
So I knew which doors had nothing behind them.
I don't think I did. I don't know what I'm doing. Shut up. I'm just doing stuff, man. I got fucking some skins. I'm happy. I got Shang Tsung's room all,
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I looted it.
Hey, look, the Krypt is still, like, environmentally speaking, my favorite thing to look at in the game.
It's so lovely.
It's a pretty place. Of death.
I just don't want to go back where the spiders are, man.
No, listen, I get it. They're annoying. They are fucking annoying. They just come up, start shit.
Ass.
It's really, it's kind of fucked up. It's annoying. But other than that, it's good. Dead people hanging out.
Yeah.
So, anything else to really cover for the upcoming? Well, we had a little bit of digging, and we found what appeared to be the next round of costumes.
That's true.
Scarlet's.
Oh, yeah.
We have
Katanas and Jade's
confirmation
MK2s.
that Kitana, Jade, and Scarlet are getting MK2 retro skins as well.
And I guess Nightwolf is the next character?
It seems that way.
Yeah, there's like
I thought it was Spawn.
There's like an intro animation like file within the new patch.
There are Nightwolf files in there,
Ooh.
which implies that he's next up on the list.
Interesting.
We've also seen, I have seen like ads on websites that spoiled for sure Ash Williams
And Terminator.
Well, I mean, Arnold never denied on Twitter
Well,
and in radio interviews that he was going to be in the game.
Well, like, what happened there was that if you Googled Ash Williams Mortal Kombat 11, the top result that you would get was from the official site, because they didn't hide their shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it.
Something tells me that was not... Well, obviously it wasn't intentional, but it tells me that there was some kind of scheduled reveal that didn't happen.
Maybe, or someone just plain fucked up. Because, like, the text was like, play as Ash Williams as in Mortal Kombat 11, blah, 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 blah. Right from the official site. It's like the flavor text that's going to be shown when he's revealed wasn't hidden properly.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
all
Ash
the
is coming in?
same, they have not done a great job of hiding it, even with Bruce out there outright lying to people.
No one believed Bruce. Nobody.
He sounded very...
He told a very convincing sounding story on that one radio show.
Uh-huh.
He is an actor.
I
What
hope
he do?
I sincerely hope Keith David is doing the same thing.
I believe we had confirmation that Keith David was Spawn.
It was like... The thing is, that was in a press release, and then I guess Keith David didn't know that Spawn was revealed officially. If that's true, and he is lying, but it sounds like he might not be. And he made like a tweet. He made a tweet like adding Todd McFarlane, saying, "How do I get in contact with these guys so I can voice Spawn?"
Yeah, like, the Keith David end of it sounds like he's legitimately confused and doesn't know what's going on, and maybe isn't actually voicing Spawn.
That would be disappointing if it was the case.
I'll be pissed at myself for buying the combat pack if that's the case.
Hype levels back down.
Is there any confirmation about the cape, though? The cape is what I'm really...
There's a cape thing in the back of his name and the
like when they
His name
advertise
is
him, they make
covered
it...
with chains, and the background is like floofy red cape.
They even made like a floofy cape sound effect.
I don't know how excited you should be about the cape, knowing NRS's record with animating capes.
Listen, the floofy cape is important. I fucking bought this combat pack.
It's like a core part of the character. I'm just saying, historically speaking, their talent with capes is a little lacking.
I mean, Justice's capes were okay.
Were they?
I think Shang's trench actually looks really good in this game.
It does.
It's one of the reasons I'm disappointed that they doesn't have like his MK1 old man gown available, which would be really nice.
Yeah, but then he'd have to be on the speed.
I like it. I wish it was a gown. Just waddling out like Hugh Hefner. May God rest his soul.
The Mortal Moo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more of a bathrobe, really.
It is a bathrobe. Smoking jacket, maybe. Shang in a smoking jacket. It adds up. It checks out. I'm okay with that canon.
You ever kind of think that, like, because of all the stuff that's gone terribly wrong, that's been revealed, that's been leaked, maybe... Pardon me. Maybe, just maybe.
Speaking of going terribly wrong.
Yeah. Maybe, just maybe, they'll toss us all a bone, and one of these days we'll discover something secret or find a new character in a patch no one's ever heard about.
Like Cyrax?
I mean, everything's going to be leaked. Yeah, like Cyrax or Sector.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice to think about.
I wish.
That would be nice.
You don't know.
But I feel like the cure for we're behind schedule isn't make an extra character and don't tell anybody.
No.
Probably not, no. Man, those two stupid fucking ninjas need to be in this game. Those are two other characters that I want to see get some shaders, man. I want to see the shader treatment on those two. Put some black in their fucking color palettes and shit. Cyrex and Sector I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay. There's a lot to choose from.
There is. I just, look, if they were to do that, like, hide a guy, and it's not Hornbuckle, I'm disappointed.
Maybe Hornbuckle.
It's fucking time, though. They've done every other rumor that they can legally do. He's the last one left. They had fucking Tremor in the last game.
I wish that you would believe me about the guy in the crypt.
There are other special forces characters, like Tazia.
Yeah, but...
Taja? Is that how you say her name?
I'm not sure, actually.
Tazia.
Well, if you say Taja, then it sounds like you're talking about fucking Terminator 3 chick from Conquest.
Or Taja.
It has to be Tazia to separate the two.
Could be Tasia.
It could be, but that's weird.
And you gotta give her tasers at that point. You have to give her tasers.
I mean, I'd take No Face over Tazia, honestly.
I would also prefer No Face, but honestly, like...
The fuck is wrong with you?
Tazia and No Face and Tia and Jataka are nothing compared to the legend of Hornbuckle.
I suppose it's the other half of the Blaze rumor that never got started.
Okay, listen. They could also. There is still another. There is another.
We're not doing
like a Skywalker thing.
There is another. Like one day they're gonna put playable.
Don't
DLC day one Motaro in the game.
Really?
Okay, that's fine. Fuck you.
Look, I appreciate hope and dreams.
And it's going to be 3D. He's going to turn around.
I appreciate hopes and dreams as much as the next man, but there is a line beyond which things are just not realistic.
Django.
It's so, dude.
Django, I need to know something from you right now.
Okay.
What was the last really painful death that you went through? Because I need to bring it up. And repeat all the horrible, gut-wrenching, heart-crushing details, because that's what you're doing to me, man.
Really? With Motaro? I didn't know that he had this big... I mean, it's Motaro.
Leave me alone.
It's Motaro, dude. Listen, I'm on your side. I'm saying he could be in the game at some point. I'm saying he could be in the game at some point.
I honestly thought he was going to go for
12
for that
if it was made by a different studio. These motherfuckers will never animate a centaur. Not because they can't, because they don't want to.
That's the key thing, because it can be done. The EV guys have already done it, motherfuckers. Just fuck off. It can be done. They just don't want to. But
look,
what if they did?
It can be done. Oh, that would be nice.
Would you rather see playable Motaro or Hornbuckle?
You know, there are some things that they are refusing to do out of spite.
See?
Like, put smoke in a game, put rain in a game. Motaro's on the spite list.
He is. Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, it is so time-consuming that we'd have to fuck around so much in an engine to get it done. Like, it probably is legitimately not worth the effort.
I want you to look at how Chronica plays, where, like, you can't do supers to her.
I'd rather
stuff
not
like
look
that.
at how she plays.
It's not just that. It's like the hitboxes might be hell, and like how the fuck do you jump over that? And I don't know.
I just
like you don't jump over him.
Just do it like it was.
He teleports.
Could Katana's jumps even clear that, or Kung Lao's? I don't know.
They definitely could. She can ass blast past him. Like it works. It's fine.
Just clip. Clip through.
It's totally doable. Honestly,
nobody cares that much. It's like the Dramix hand problem. Just do it like Idol.
Yeah, like they've already solved that problem. They're done with that.
I don't know, man. People cared about Cabal's face being censored. People will bitch about anything.
Well, yeah, but that's easy. That's easy. And they fucked it up anyway.
I think being
they fucked up by listening is what.
How many people cared about Hellboy when he came out?
I was gonna say Hellboy has the mirroring thing going on, and it's working great.
Yeah, see,
it works great. It works. It's fine. Works. Hellboy is good.
I think we'll probably see like Kira or Cobra before we ever see Mataro in a game ever again.
But I was gonna say, I think
it's gonna take
to do Spawn's
man.
cape justice, I think would be at least an equal challenge in terms of work and resources as it would be to do Mataro. And they're doing it, allegedly, if they do the cape justice.
I feel like you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's going to look like a bath towel hanging off his back, like all of Superman's capes do in Injustice 2.
I hope not. I hope he touches you with it.
I mean, he'll probably have some, like, stretchy shit where it behaves like Sindel's hair.
I was going to say, like, he can't do Sindel's shit, because Sindel's got to do Sindel's shit.
Yeah, they'll both do it.
Boy, I wonder how her hair's going to look.
Why wouldn't they?
Woof.
Is it all we got for the week? Well, the last month, roughly?
I think so.
Damn.
All right. Good by me.
I guess we'll call it an episode then.
It's just, if you got more to say it.
No, I know. Yeah, it's but I mean, we said it. I think that's the deal. There's shit in the game that's very exciting to all of us for different reasons, but we said it.
I suppose there is one last little point.
What is that?
The continued presence of items that nobody has any idea how the fuck to get.
Right.
The case being Jax's MK3 arms.
Liu Kang's shirtless
MK2 pants.
skin.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot of things ranging from items are in the Tower of Time, but they're unmarked even under brutal difficulty, so you wouldn't even know that they're there. You'd have to stumble across them. To there's supposedly going to be another crypt area, which is the Living Forest. And that's where people think that you're going to get a lot more shit that was previously unavailable, along with stuff for the DLC characters. Thoughts?
Well, look, if something says crypt in where it tells you how to unlock it, then it better be in the fucking crypt and not in the fucking towers. That's real simple.
The towers though are so open-ended because you got like summon towers too.
Because like, look, when Shang first launched,
no one knows where those summon towers are. I've only gotten like 2, and one was
I've gotten
one
2
was
or 3
actually
of
for
them.
a character. The other 3 I keep getting is the money one.
yeah,
I would like
I've gotten
money.
nothing but money. Nothing.
I
but
would
money
really like that
so
one.
like,
So
like,
you
look,
guys suck.
there are skins that say question mark for how to get them, and you can put those where the fuck you want. But Liu Kang's MK2 skin specifically says it's found in the crypt.
It's in the crypt then. It's got to be.
So if they end up hiding it in a brutal difficulty tower, they can go fuck themselves. I don't know what else to say to that.
So I guess that for that one, it must be this alleged upcoming Living Forest crypt area.
Yeah, there are files in the code that say, like, they were developing a Living Forest section that you would, like, travel to from the island by portal or something. They will add in, like, like a new area of the crypt as DLC, and that's where these costumes we can't fucking find are. Like, maybe they'll be in heart chests or something that is section locked.
And Smoke jumps out and he's like, "Welcome to my island."
Even if that's the case, that's still fucked up that they put that in the base game.
That's a super asshole move because that stuff was in the game at launch. We just couldn't get it.
I don't think it is in the game. I think that's just false advertising within the video game.
You can actually right now play Liu Kang in those pants. You just have to pick the opposite color and hit start. So it's definitely in the game. By
itself is not in the game.
The ability to acquire it is what's not in the game yet, and that's what's an asshole move.
It's one of those things where it comes down to, like, you got to make a choice. Like, do you want to assume that they're assholes, or do you want to assume maybe it's just lost in the stupid RNG shit that is, the Krypt?
If it was
The
just
assholes
RNG,
is the only option.
somebody on
assumption.
Reddit would have confirmed by now, yes, I finally found them, it is possible. But no, literally every
wouldn't.
single person in the universe is saying, you cannot get this, because nobody has.
This game sold like millions of copies. Like, statistically, someone should have fucking found them by now.
I'm going to go on
Maybe they
Reddit right
think
now and say that I have them.
Maybe, please don't do that.
I'm going to do it.
Maybe they think that, like, to reward the players who stick with the game, the long-term fans.
Can't you
We're the
do
ones who are
that
gonna,
with a
sit down and wait for
DLC
them.
skin instead of something that should have been in the game at launch? Like, something that the game told you was in it at launch?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen stranger dev thought processes.
Kombat
Sometimes
League
it's not
really should have been in the game
Look,
at launch.
You know when you're making skins for Liu Kang. Liu Kang fans want that skin more than any other. So if
God,
you're
Liu Kang
going
is
to
a
put it
bitch
on
in this game,
display
man.
at launch and say, hey, this is in here, and then not give them the ability to get it for like 6 months, you are actively being malicious. That is not incompetence, that is evil.
Listen, I'm going to let you finish, but
Oh, God.
Liu Kang is such a bitch in this game. I have fought some Liu Kangs recently. That dude just is cheat. He gets away with murder, dude. It's
Yeah, that's why he's my main.
Oh my god, he's just fucking, he can just mash, and it's stupid shit. Like, you can talk to Temp. Temp's got more war stories about him than I do, and I've got plenty. It's fucked up. The character's fucked up.
That he's supposed to be. He's the chosen one. You're not power levels, man. He's the best.
It's chosen levels just means he's got plus frames. That's fucking crazy shit. It's stupid shit.
I am the chosen
It's like
one.
Batman with his
Shit.
ass hitbox in Injustice. The ring jumps over you. It's like, listen.
And, Ren Reptile just reminded me that, there still ain't no UMK3 Scorpion costume in the game.
Yeah, no, and they
That was the
advertised
trailer launch.
that with the launch trailer, yeah.
So that's going to be your third costume pack, probably.
I mean, fucking
Definitely.
I
better.
had that
Yes.
shitty MKX vest. It's so ugly. I don't want it.
If I could have one change right now to all these items that are in the crypt, I would like them to change the things that are in the shrine to specifically say that they're in the shrine. That's all that I ask.
If they're shrine only.
That would be the best. Like, if they could delineate, like, crypt chest versus shrine. Yeah.
I wonder if that's true though. Like, if there are like Shine exclusive gear items. Is that the case?
My
I think there is a
understanding
case.
Very certain
there are
is.
things you can only get from chests and things you can only get from the shrine, and then maybe some things that are either or.
Like, there's a lot of soul shit. Like I've gotten a lot of gear and skins from
Like,
soul chests.
like for
100
example, Scorpion's MK2 mask cannot be gotten from anything but a hidden chest.
I didn't know that until this thing right
Unmasked
now.
Katana, Jade, and Scarlet, like the maskless gear,
And
supply,
Sub-Zero.
is
Why would you want that?
shrine only, I think.
Yep.
God, man, masks are good.
I mean, I'm not that bothered by that. Like, I would not be inclined to play maskless Katana. I think that's just my personal taste.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Not
want
that
a
there's
maskless
anything
noob
wrong with the
Saibot
face,
either,
it's
man.
just
Like,
I think, when I think of Katana, I think of the ninja mask.
Can you imagine a
been mas-
maskless noob Saibot though? Come
No, let's not. Let's not. It's a mistake that we can see that happening.
on.
His face is disappointing.
I mean, it's fair for a dead guy to have no nose and all
Yeah.
that shit. I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, Scorpion has a fucking nose. Like, what the hell's going on?
But,
Yeah, but-
there's a certain mystique that's like present when you don't show what a person really looks
Indeed.
like under
That's
the
true.
hood.
Like, that's
And
always
then
been my
the
thing
Saibot.
with Ermac. That's why I hate Mummy Ermac, is you can see too much of his fucking face.
When you
Cabal
put on a
too.
mask, it's about not showing your face. And when you show your face, it's like, bitch, what are you doing? And there's some
Well, no,
instances where that's
another,
okay.
like, with Cabal, like, canonically
Boy.
in past games, when you saw him with his mask off, he had that, like, part of his nose was missing, like Noob Saibot is in this game.
That's just a
And
fucking
he was missing
bug.
some teeth. Like, his face was super fucked up from getting beaten up by the Extermination Squad.
It's ridiculous.
Telling
Now
you,
he's just regular Cabal, but wrinkly.
The first time we saw Cabal in story mode, he should have had a fighter, like I said earlier, should have been like a fighter pilot helmet. And the second time, like, I don't know, wrapped his head in bandages, just came from a really botched haircut, something. just have him stumble out wearing like a giant Fortnite like teddy bear helmet. He's just that drunk.
Too slow.
Just keep it a running joke. You'll never see his face. That would
running
be funny.
joke.
That would have been in the spirit of Wacky Cabal.
I see it. Running joke.
I dig it.
Yes. Because Cabal is wacky now. We have Wacky Cabal thanks to this game, and I like it.
I don't need Wacky Cabal, man. I don't need him to be Cabalin.
See, I love the dialogue he's got with Shang. It's like, stealing my soul is not going to make you faster. Actually, that is precisely how that works. Shit.
that is his best intro. I do like that one.
That's priceless.
I didn't know that. I learned something too. Got so much to learn from Shang Tsung.
I mean that's how he gets to copy your powers and he gets all your memories. That's always been the thing.
All right, is that it for the night?
I guess if we're finally out of things to bitch about.
I don't like calling it that, but I try to keep it even. Praise as much as I bitch.
I don't know if I bitch this time. I think I was okay.
I like when I have nice things to say. It's just they so rarely give me some.
I don't know. I think they give me a lot more than I've ever could have hoped for, but they're not absolved from critique.
You are more forgiving than I am.
I am, but I really want those fucking MK3 Jax arms and those fucking MK2.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I'm not gonna say it.
All of the Jax's arms are so ugly. I need the silver ones so bad.
The silver Colossus ones are the only ones that doesn't have a stupid fucking band around the hand of the fucking.
What? They all have like mattress pads for elbow pads. What is that about?
Yeah, the fucking oven mitt shit? Like, what the fuck?
Jax has been in, he's had different arm designs in so many games, and they didn't remake any of those except the X ones.
We were just talking about this earlier fucking today. Like, they include all of Shao Kahn's past helmets, but not, Kitana's fans? Like...
Yeah, not a single one of Kitana's fans is from a previous game. What the fuck?
Like, I've said since Injustice 2 that if you're gonna make a gear system, you make all the shit you can find in the comics first, and then you make your own dumb bullshit.
Did you notice how you only got a mask for Noob Saibot that was retro with the combat pack?
Yeah.
Do you know where those MK2 Katana fans are gonna be?
That's fair. But
do you know
Deadly
where
Alliance ones, or
MK9
be? Ones, they didn't
Nowhere.
make those either.
I don't think that they're gonna do the fucking fans. I think they're just gonna do the mask, and that's it.
I'm not saying, that I would equip MK9 fans, but they should exist.
Yeah, exactly. The option. I don't think your MKX fans are in there. It's all garbage.
It's all of it are new designs. Not a single one is from a previous game. Same thing with Jax's arms.
Nerds.
Well, if they're gonna do, they did such a good job with the ninja masks and shit.
They did. Listen, I don't disagree.
Scorpion has his MKX spear and shit, and the swords too. So
I'm so happy that they all came in this thing because
Scorpion has every spear he's ever had. He has the Deadly Alliance one with the hole cut out of the middle. He has
no rope, though.
He has some that kind of look like the Deception UMK3 axe spear.
No rope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he can't do the rope because of his fatalities heating up the chain.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, because it's a video game and it's just fucking polygons that light on fire. It's fine.
It will look very silly.
It's Hellfire. There's a lot of things that look silly, let me tell you. Have you fucking seen some of... never mind.
Look,
but
right now, my Kodolan is fighting Jade, and she's got the Obsidian assist. And I'm also wondering right now, when is Obsidian going to be the next character? See, I know from silly.
Ooh,
that's another... none of Jade's poles are purple.
Oh god!
And I bet
the character loyalist.
The one that comes with the MK2 skin will probably be a silver pole because that's what she had in UMK3. But
but it still trailed purple behind her during during the win pose.
But I bet it won't.
I'd like to be surprised.
It would be nice, but I don't believe in him. I have no faith anymore.
I don't bother with any of Jade's staffs because it just, like, changes the middle part, like it's Darth Maul's lightsaber or some shit.
Yeah.
I think the glowing pattern changes slightly depending on which one.
And if you change her shaders, it can be like a more yellowish green or a more bluish green, and that's the best you're gonna get.
Raiden's got some good staffs.
Raiden does have good... Like, Raiden has a classic wooden staff in there.
He do.
Raiden has
Raiden's got a lot of
classic...
Can you unlock it, though?
I need to work
Raiden has a lot of classic equipable material.
But Raiden doesn't have any classic hats.
Just wait for it. Just wait for it. You're going to get, like, MK2 Raiden gear at some point.
I hope so, because most of his hats are ugly as hell.
I hope that comes with a medallion-less gear piece.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why is there no medallion-less gear? He doesn't wear the medallion in story mode, so there should be default medallion-less gear.
So you know what's funny? I guess someone looked into the code some more. They found some gear pieces, and they're adding bladeless Baraka blades.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
What I think they're gonna do is, so like on his blades he has like 2 like extra spikes that change with the main blade. I think they're gonna make that disappear, but the main blade is still gonna be there.
Okay, so it'll be more classic. That would be.
I hope that's what.
But like the picture shows just an empty outline where all 3 blades are missing.
I know.
I'm just imagining Wolverine all like, "Let's go, bub," clenches fists.
Well, because Baraka has so many moves that use the blades. He's going to be stabbing air the whole fight.
Just a series of fist pumps in midair. That energy is what hurts.
I make sparks by slapping my forearms together at you.
Oh, man. I hope it's like a lightsaber blade. That'd be tight. Get to do that shit. Go nuts. It's all canon now.
Alright, now are we done bitching?
I think we're done bitching for the night.
Alright, let's call it there.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening, people.
Peace.
Later, nerds.
You're still trying to win?